Hello everyone, today we're going to be installing Crysis Wars. First thing we need to do is go to crisiswarsmp.com and then we'll just download the installer here. Now when you start the installer, you might see a security warning saying that the publisher of the software cannot be determined. This is normal. You can go ahead and click through that prompt and then you'll have the installer here. We can just continue with the default options, except I'm just going to create a desktop shortcut and then go ahead and hit install. At this point, the installer is going to set up the DirectX and C++ dependencies if you do not already have them installed. That might take a couple of minutes. If you already have them, it should complete instantly, as you see here. And at that point, we can just hit finish, and we're done with this step. All right, at this point, we can go ahead and start the launcher from the shortcut that it placed on the desktop, and we're going to click Install Update. Now, at this point, we don't actually have the game yet. We only have the launcher and the game's dependencies. What the launcher is doing now is downloading a zip file that contains the actual game files. This is about 7 gigabytes. The download time will depend on your internet connection. Mine's pretty fast, so you can see it completing relatively quickly here. Once this is done downloading, it's going to have to extract these files, and at that point, we have most of the installation done. It's going to download a small number of files after the fact that have been more recently updated than the last time I updated the big zip file. This is normal and shouldn't take long because these files only are maybe 20 megabytes. So, all right, we're done with that. At this point, the game is installed and we're ready to play. All right, to start the game, you just click on the launch button and that will open up Crysis Wars. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is create a profile, because as you can see here, it says profile default. If you do this, you're going to end up being named Nomad or Lobob or whatever random name the server decides to rename default named players to. So what you're going to do is go to Profile and hit Create. At this point, you want to enter a name that you're going to use in-game servers. This is going to be the player name that you actually see. So you can go ahead and save profile with that. Now, at that point, you can go to Multiplayer, Internet Game, and you're going to see this login prompt. So this looks like the GameSpy login, but I don't actually have any of the original GameSpy account information from back in the day, so if you had an account, you can't use it. You're going to have to go to New Account, and we're going to register an account. So the nickname you use here is only used for logging into GameSpy and for stats on the Crysis Wars MP website. This is not what you show up in-game servers. So I'm just going to create a name. Email address can, in this case, I'm going to use a bogus one, but if you ever forget your password, you do need to have a valid email address to recover your password. But if you don't care, you can use a fake email here. It doesn't really matter. There, that shouldn't be in use. And for a password, I'm just going to use something completely retarded because it doesn't matter. The rest of these fields, so country and date of birth, do not matter. The system actually ignores whatever you input here, so you can set any values. It makes no difference whatsoever. You can hit create, and now we should be logged in. All right, at this point, we can connect to a game server and have some fun. I'm probably going to get renamed because I don't have my profile ID, but this will be fun. So at this point, I am in the game, and that's everything you need to know to set up Crysis Wars. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you playing soon.